Hey everybody, it's Allie Edwards, and this is a video, the first of two actually, giving you a project idea for the Stamps Are Fun stamp set number 4. This is the one that is centered around concepts of gratitude, themes of gratitude, and thankfulness. I'm creating a project here using two 10x8 page protectors and four 4x6 photos. I'm also using a 12x12 pattern paper from our punctuation scrapbook kit, which we do have some of these left over. We don't have a scrapbook kit subscription in the same way that we have in the past. Now we have our Storyteller kit and Storyteller Classroom, but this is one of the pattern papers left over from that. And what I'm doing here is cutting these parentheses up into 4x4 or close to 4x4 shapes in order to add them into the 4x4 pockets in my 10x8 page protectors there. So we've got 10x8 page protectors that have the 4x4 and the 4x6 pockets. So I'm cutting these up with the intent that they will be the homes for my journaling. Each one of them already has a little sentiment stamped on top of them that says a story. So I'm going to be adding one of my gratitude stamps on top and using that as the lens through which I focus my storytelling from this recent little weekend volleyball adventure with Anna and her team to Salt Lake City. So you can see here, I'm going to lay these out. Also, I would say they're not perfectly centered, just based on how the shapes of the different parentheses. So some of them are a little bit off, and I decided I was just going to be fine with that. So on the stamp set this month, this is part of our Stamps Are Fun subscription, which you can get as a one-off. You can choose the month-to-month option and then reach out to our customer service team to cancel if you're just interested in this set and not necessarily in the ongoing subscription. The ongoing subscription gives you a discounted price, obviously, when you sign up. So here on this one, I'm using the So Much Gratitude stamp. Fits perfectly inside those parentheses. I'm using StazOn ink, and then I'm going in and adding my journaling. Right now I'm really into using this Uniball Deluxe Micro Pen. It's not necessarily a scrapbooking pen or a permanent pen or anything like that. It's just the pen that I like to write with. And part of, I think, what helps in documenting our stories, especially if you're going to write by hand, is finding a pen that you like. I also decided to run these through my sewing machine, which these days feels like every project I do, I want to add some stitching onto it. And I'm just doing a simple straight stitch around the outside edge of each one of these cards. Adds a little bit of texture, just adds a little bit of something onto it. I'm also going to be adding a secondary stamp here towards the end, and I'm going to leave my photos alone. I'm not going to add anything onto the photos this time. In this season of life for me in storytelling, I'm really looking for I feel like I'm either doing things that are pretty simple or I'm having a lot of fun really doing mixed media creativity, fun, maybe projects that have that take a little more time just because they're more steps involved in them. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. But basically, I really love how this one came together, and I love the simplicity of it. This is going to go into the 10x8 album that I'm using this year for documenting my ongoing stories. I am not doing Project Life in the way that I've done in the past, but I'm using my 10x8 to hold stories that I'm organizing by the month. Just simply picking out the stories that I want to include. Which stories seem meaningful to me. I'm not trying to do every day. I'm not doing once a week. It's significantly more just focused on the stories that feel meaningful to me over the course of the month. All right, so I got my journaling added on and I have my stitching added on. I love the colors from this particular kit too. That punctuation kit was really fun, bright and colorful. I'm adding a couple of the dates on there. And then as I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I wonder if I can add a secondary stamp on here. So I looked at the stamp set, and one of the fun things about the stamp set is has a variety of different fonts, typefaces, and then my own handwriting mixed in. This will be a stamp set I know that I will come back to again and again, partly because gratitude and thankfulness is one of my most favorite story lenses. I like documenting stories with a spirit of gratitude. It often, for me, tends to be the jumping off point. So I'm using our Willamette ink. I just decided to do them all green. I could have mixed it up, but this just felt easy and bright and fun, and it went along with the green thread that I had in my sewing machine. These days, I often just use whatever color is in there, and then at some point I change it, and then I use that for a while. So I added those on there. They went off the edge, so they're interacting with the edge. I thought it turned out really cute. Let me know if you guys have questions in the comments below.